What's up, guys? Captain Blair here, and let me tell you, we've been down in the Keys, had a great time down here in Almirada. Had my boat in the water for 4 days. Now, the water out here is really healthy. There's a lot of animals that get in there, and the calcium buildup that can get inside your engine and all around the engine parts on the outside that you might not be able to see. But Starbrite makes a product that I've been using for a while now, and I don't do it all the time. You can do it periodically, or you can do it every single flush if you want. I would recommend it if you're in the salt water like this, 365. This is a good flush to do once or twice a week, especially if you're using your boat a lot. And the product I'm talking about is called Salt Off. Now, what this will do once it gets in your engine, it actually can help break down the calcium buildups and the salt buildups that get all around in your motor compartment in there where it keeps it cool. So you want to make sure none of that's in there when you store your boat or even have it sitting for a few days. Now, when you find it in the stores, you're going to find it in this package right here. And you're going to have this reservoir along with the on-off switch. This basically screws on, and you have it as a freshwater flush, and then you can turn it to where the mixture's in there, or you turn it on, off in here, have the mixture and just flow. And like I said, you can do it periodically, or you can basically just do it every single time you're in the boat, especially if you're in that salt water out there. So to get her started, basically fill her on up with the Salt Off, and whatever's left over, you can always rinse your trailer down with it, all your parts back here where your motor sits in the water, anywhere your boat's been touching salt water, like around my trim tabs, all around where I have my transducer, and just everywhere where salt water touches. And once you have your reservoir filled up basically all the way, put your cap on, and I recommend turning this to the off position, and go ahead and turn this to where it's to the mixture position. That way, as soon as you turn it on, it starts flushing, and as soon as you start seeing the bubbles and stuff coming out, you know that it's flushing, and we'll show you that here in just a sec. So I'm gonna take and hook it to my hose first. And then where you have your flush port on your motor, hook it to there. And make sure when you take this off, do not lose that little O-ring right there. If you do, your motor ain't gonna cool right. And we start flushing just like we always do. And once you have the suds coming out of your motor like that really good, give it a little spin, turn your prop, it gets that impeller turning and basically helps get the salt all out of there. And it's flushing, just 1 or 2 minutes. That's all it takes. Turn her back off, and you're ready to store. Now, what that mixture does, it gets all inside your motor there, and it leaves a protective coating, so the next time you're out on the salt water, it'll flush out a lot better if you just do the regular flush with no Salt Off on it at all. But that's how you treat your motor with Salt Off. It gets all the salt out, and there's your Starbrite tip of the day.